Welcome to the Psychology Club podcast, brought to you by Vicente Martinez High School.
Hi, I'm Chris, and welcome to the VMHS Psychology Club. Today, I'm here with the mother of a teenager and also our guidance counselor, Ms. Spector.
Hi, everybody. Usually I'm behind the scene. I'm the faculty advisor for Psychology Club, but today the tables have turned, and I am here to interview our panel of experts on how to talk to your teenager. What are the top things teenagers struggle with? What you can do to strengthen your relationship with your teen. So I have kind of two roles in this conversation. I am the mental health counselor here at Vicente High School, and I've been in a role like that for over 10 years at different schools, and I have talked to over 1,000 teenagers in my career. So I've had many conversations. So I'm here to share, so that's what inspired me to kind of have this conversation today. And also I'm the mother of not one, but two teenagers. So my life pretty much revolves around teenagers right now.
Wow.
So yeah, pretty crazy. So my first question for our panel of experts, what are the top mistakes parents make?
Jumping to conclusions.
Okay, so jumping to conclusions about what you may, some like behavior, like maybe they see something like, oh, your grades aren't good, you're on drugs.
No, like they'll
that
instantly
kind of
assume something. Like I used to sleep a lot in ninth grade, and then I was, it was an assumption that I was on drugs or something like that.
All right, great example. Any other mistakes?
In my opinion, one of the top mistakes a parent can make is, they teach you your whole life to, be mature, don't act childish, and then when they speak to you, sometimes they sound like a child because they speak with their emotions, like if they're mad, you could just tell, like they don't hold back at all their emotions, and you should like remind them, like, speak like an adult.
Yeah,
I guess
I've done that one before.
Yeah,
guilty
I feel
as charged.
it's so easy. Mm-hmm. That's an easy mistake.
Yeah, absolutely.
I also feel that, parents should stand up for us in a way.
Yeah, so you really want your parent to be your fierce protector and really be on your side and saying, hey, I'm here for you. Be like kind of mama bear, papa bear. Yeah, excellent. And so what are some of the top things you'd like your parents to say to you?
Well, I wish my mom would tell me, it's very rare, but when she tells me, hey, you're doing good, or thank you for helping out with your siblings, or I'm proud of you for working so hard, just like reassurance that you're doing good.
Nice.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Me too.
I kind of get all of that already.
That's awesome. That's great to hear. Yeah. So just a lot of positivity, you kind of can't overdo the positive feedback. You're doing great. I'm proud of you. I love you.
Yeah.
Great job. Hang in there. It'll get better. Things like that. All right. Okay, here's a really, this is a loaded one. I know that I have had many times when I've gotten frustrated and overwhelmed as a parent. What do you think parents should do when they're frustrated and overwhelmed with their teens? I think I am not alone in having had that experience, right, other parents?
I think they should go for a walk and come back when you're calm.
Okay.
In all honesty, though, if you think about it, they're the parents, so, I don't want to say necessarily they should have you distance themselves from them, but it's more so it should be a mutual agreement that you guys are gonna, not talk for a while, or not look in each other's direction, or not walk on the same street as each other for a minute.
Yeah, that sounds really important. So some space and distance, whether it's the parent going for a walk or the parent saying, hey, let's give this a breather for an amount of time. So it's not like you're not feeling abandoned, but they're saying, hey, we need, to chill.
It's like a bad breakup. We just need some time away from each other.
Right.
I feel like parents, when they're frustrated with you, should not necessarily kind of keep it to themselves. I get frustrated with my mom all the time, and I keep it to myself. I think, okay, how am I going to unstress myself? I'm going to go run. I could go eat some comfort food. I could watch a movie, go on a date. But I don't think, Mom, I'm frustrated with you, and we're going to talk about it. I don't know. Just in my experience, that doesn't go over too smooth. So, I feel the same with a parent. If you're frustrated and you can try to keep it to yourself, take yourself out on a date, treat yourself nice, get away from your kids. But you don't always have to express your feelings because I don't know if that's a good answer. but
I love that
keep
one.
it to yourself.
Yeah. I think that's really important. It's like not everything deserves to be aired. And
Yeah.
if you can wait and wait and see if you still feel that way in an hour. So like maybe me as a parent, I'm frustrated, like my son didn't unload the dishwasher.
Yeah.
And so
I have
if
a
in that
dishwasher.
moment
I own the
I
dishwasher.
say, if I say, oh, I'm so frustrated. Like I might be overreacting. I might be yelling. Like I might
Yeah.
not be communicating in a way that is how I want to communicate. And then if I wait an hour, I might not be, I might be not frustrated at all. Maybe I go for that nice walk, for the run, go get my nails done, whatever. Thank you for giving me permission to do all those awesome things, by the way, Amanda. That's sweet.
course.
Yeah. So if I go do all that stuff, then I feel better, and maybe it's not even a big deal.
Yeah.
Or I can have that conversation in a time when I'm not heated. So
Because I feel like your emotions should be your own problem. Like, if I'm mad,
Yeah.
that's my job to fix. Like, I can't be like, fix my madness. Do
Right.
But
the
I feel like
dishes.
as a mom, like to another mom, how would you tell them to like cool down and like just let it go?
In all honesty,
Yeah.
I feel like that boundary should never be crossed because a parent of one child can't tell like a parent of three how to take care of their three children. Like everybody has a different parenting style, and I feel like
absolutely.
Yeah,
And I agree. Like, I think it would be really hard for one parent to say directly to another parent. So it's really up to a parent to be curious and motivated and say, hey, I really want a better relationship with my teen. Hey, I'm going to check out this awesome podcast.
Yeah.
And see
And I also
just
feel
what
like-
are some tips.
I feel like social media also plays a part in what you said because like parents get on there and like say like another mom of three is out doing certain things with her three kids, but your mom or just anyone's mom of three, can be like, oh well, this month I'm tight on money, like why can't I go out? And, I feel like a lot of moms compare themselves to others through social media
Yeah.
or even just like walking around.
Absolutely.
because they want to have that good mother image on.
Yeah.
Like they want to be like what they see online, and that just goes with a lot of people too.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And of course, we all know like what people put up on social media is not their reality 24/7, but it's hard in that moment to remember that. And you can get really, jealous or triggered and feel like, oh my God, I'm not a good parent. And then, I need to be doing all these expensive things. And I think, like our conversation is really revealing. It doesn't take much. It's an I love you. It's I'm proud of you. It's, like really little simple things to have a better relationship. It doesn't have to be the fancy going to Disneyland, although of course that's always fun. But what you said, Amanda, too, reminds me of this great phrase, strike while the iron is cold. And that's, really a good reminder for parents too. If you can wait, maybe you wait that hour, 2 hours a day, and that issue is still really important to you, and you feel like, hey, I'm the parent, I need to let you know I expect you to have some responsibility in the household. We're not saying like never bring that up, just
Yeah.
don't bring it up when you're heated. So strike while that iron is cold. All right, so what's the best things, what are some of the best things your parents have ever said to you?
That she's really, really, really proud of me for acting my age, I guess. I don't exactly remember the words, but I remember it's somewhere around that line.
That's awesome. That must have felt really good. Yeah.
My dad has told me that he's proud that I'm his daughter.
I
And
love
he's really proud of me.
That's awesome. Yeah, like that pride. It really sticks with you when a parent says that to you. It's like, yeah, you feel it in like every fiber of your being.
My mom thanked me for taking care of my little brother, and that was awesome because I was like waiting for the recognition.
Nice. Yeah, just that like gratitude, the recognition felt really good.
Yeah.
My mom always tells me that she's like proud of me and that she loves me and that I don't know. Just
Yeah.
like, that's like
Right? It's like kind of nourishment for your soul, you know? Like
makes
it's-
you want to do better.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
in a soft spot. It makes you just
Yeah.
want to smile all the time.
Yeah, it's a really good point too. Like a lot of people, I think that you have to tell people all the things they're doing wrong to get them to do better. But actually, there's a lot of really great research that telling people what they're doing right is way more motivating. And then you kind of get in this upward spiral, and you're like, I feel good. I want to do more good. And then you keep doing good, and then someone's like, hey, you're doing really good. I'm really proud of you. And they're like, yeah, I want to do more good. And you keep going up and up and up, and then woo, it's awesome. And Susanna, do you have anything you want to add to A best thing?
I was gonna say, like, no matter what your parents tell you, if they tell you they're proud of you for doing something, it could be something small like washing the dishes. If they say they're proud of you,
That's a really, yeah, it's such a good point. Like, it doesn't have to be you won the Nobel Prize. You know, like, you don't have to
Nobel Peace
wait.
Prize winning.
Yeah, right. You don't have to wait. You don't have to be valedictorian of your school. You don't have to wait for those big moments. It can be something really small, like, oh, you took care of the cat this morning. I'm really proud of you.
Not something
Great
You're
job.
on
big,
time to
like-
school.
Yeah.
Not something
Yeah.
big like
I'm
that.
never. And that's when I am. I'm proud. Yes.
Now we know what to say to Amanda.
Not something
If
big
I
like
get
your
here
dad
on
coming
time,
back
I'm
into your
doing
life
it.
to actually become an NBA star.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it doesn't have to be something big. Okay, so we're kind of talking about like ways we can improve that relationship with between parents and teenagers, and a big way to do that is to spend time together. And I know that I'm sure none of you do this, but you've probably seen this in movies or have friends who've done this, where you kind of might give off the attitude like, I don't want to spend time with you, either verbally or non-verbally. So what are some things that you could do with your parents, like some activities you could do together that would be really bonding, even if you're not going up to them and begging them, hey, please, let's go to the park? Like, what are some things you could do that you wish your parent would be inviting you to go and do?
Well, literally, me and my mom spend half of the day with each other, and all we do is just sit down on the couch and watch TV.
Nice.
I remember yesterday we made fun of someone's lace front because it was like, I can't even explain it to you. Man. Her lace front was terrible.
All right, but just like bonding over simple TV shows is such a great way to spend time together.
Of course.
I think
Yeah.
that like if we had dinner once a week or maybe went on walks together, that would be a good way to like see each other without like harassing each other. I don't know. That would be like a good amount of time. Just like a dinner every once in a while. Check in.
Yeah. So you're bringing up a good point. Like, it's not like you want, not every teenager wants every minute of their day spent with their parents. So a good
Yeah.
balance, but like maybe a dinner once a
Yeah, have dinner. Yeah.
week would be really special. Yeah. Any other thoughts on cool activities you could do?
I feel like if, like, you and a parent have, like, something came in, in between you and a parent, and, like, you used to do a lot of things with that parent, I feel like reconnecting and doing those things that you used to do would be really good.
Yeah.
I mean, me and my mom don't do this anymore, but back when I was like 4 or 5, we used to play Street Fighter together. And
Nice.
I always won because she didn't know how to play. But
Yeah.
it would be nice to play another fight. It would be nice to play another video game with her. Or a video.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
really sweet.
that is
You should
really
tell her.
sweet.
You want some-
She doesn't play video games anymore.
you
That's
just pull out the video games. Come on, Mom, we're doing this.
Yeah.
like, no, I have my PS4 is in the living room when she saw me playing a game and she just sat down and was on her phone. I wanted to hand her a controller and play with her, but I feel like she would get mad.
Oh.
She knows I'm very competitive when it comes to video games.
Yeah. It's good, and I think it's important to never let your parent win. Let's be authentic, play your
Or maybe
hardest.
they're just letting you win.
I don't want a pity win, as a parent.
My
Yeah.
mom
I wanna
is
earn
gonna
that
get all
win.
my. I'm not gonna say she's gonna get all my pity wins. She's just gonna get all my
Yeah.
love wins.
And I have never won a video game against my children, so they're fans of that too. Any other activities?
I think something simple like just coloring in a coloring book with your parents while talking would be nice, or like doing each other's henna, because
Oh
That's
yeah,
cool.
that's I love that idea. Yeah. Are you talking henna tattoos or henna hair?
henna tattoo.
Oh yeah,
What's henna
definitely.
hair?
Why not both?
Well, like you can use the same henna product to dye your hair too. But it's very that's like it's interesting. So like we're talking about the amount of time you want to spend with a parent. Dyeing your hair with henna takes like 4 hours, and a henna tattoo can take 10 minutes. So choose your henna activity depending. But yeah, henna tattoos is a really
As a
cute
man who's
idea.
never had a henna tattoo, I feel like that'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah, all right.
But I don't think
Maybe
we
we'll
should
have
open
to. I think we might have to
It
get
was
some
in a
henna as a
friend.
thank you gift for all of
Wow.
your
It
participation
would.
today.
Different colors.
All right. Any others on activities? Any other? What about just like going for a walk or going to the park?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be
You're
real
gonna
cute.
get your nails done like you were
Yeah,
saying.
yeah, so
Like,
great
yeah.
idea.
Okay, so fun fact: my mom pierced my nose like 2 years ago,
Nice.
and I was. I can't say it. I was crying.
Okay, well, she did a great job. It looks great. So, all right, what do
It
you?
hurted.
What? Speaking of things that hurt, what do you want your parents to know about the struggles of being a teenager?
We don't go through the same things as our parents went through. That's like,
I feel like stuff is a lot harder nowadays than it was back
or
then.
it might be a lot easier because we're so more technologically advanced than them, or somewhat. I just feel like it's more of a like they think we're gonna grow up like they did type problem.
Well, the technology seems like it could be a double-edged sword, though.
It is.
Yeah.
We're always on our phones half of the time.
For
and I
me,
drop my
sometimes my parents go like, I know what you're going through. I went through that. I'm like, it's not the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, back then, it was totally different from now. Like, every
Social
year
media.
is different.
Plays a big part.
Yeah.
In all honesty, I don't believe in cyberbullying. Just like delete the comment, chief.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Well, it's when, especially like nowadays, I feel like parents use social media to like, well, some parents, some immature
Most.
adults will like post their problems on there, and it's like, okay, well, no one really cares. You're making yourself look like a fool. Just stuff like that is a lot different too.
I
Yeah.
feel like one thing I don't want them to know is that, like, now that I'm a teen, I'm trying to balance all these freedoms I have with also these new responsibilities. Like, I just turned 18, so I don't have a curfew. I don't have to be home. I'm trying to go do all these cool things. I have a job and, like, unlimited gas money. Like, I'm, like, thriving. I don't have any bills to pay. But then with that, I'm trying to balance, should I be doing this just because I'm allowed to do that? Can I be doing this? And some things I shouldn't. So when I do get in trouble doing them, like, I'm learning, okay, I can't be out till 3 a.m. in San Francisco because all these things are happening. So, like, as I figure it out, just, like, I feel like be patient. Because when you're a teen, you just gotta, I think it's something you have to learn yourself, is, like, a balance of freedom and responsibility.
Yeah, I've heard that from a lot of people that they.
Because I don't know till I mess up. And you can't
Yeah.
tell me.
Yeah.
You can't tell me. There's no way you could tell me don't go to San Francisco at 3 in the morning. Why not?
I was out in Concord until 1 a.m. and the first thing I heard was, "You came through the door looking funny," and that was my worst experience ever. I think I got lectured for it, but it wasn't that bad of a lecture. It was just like, you got to be home earlier than 1 in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so kind of the understanding,
pretty
but
sure I
also
had work at, like-
the safety.
I'm pretty sure I had work the day after.
So it sounds like you guys both understand, like, obviously your safety is the number one thing. Your parents want you
Yeah.
alive more than anything. They struggled to get you into this
Yeah.
world. They don't want you to leave early
also,
based on a dumb mistake.
You
But
should, you have to go and experience and start bonfires at the beach and maybe, have a good time.
The white girl's
But
dream.
then, there's a lot to learn. There's a lot of things you can't do that I didn't know I can't do. Like, I can't just go start a fire on the beach at 3 in the morning. But I didn't know. I really wanted to. But you can't do it. So just be patient.
There's an
Be
arson.
We're trying to
patient.
grow.
you need to learn your own lessons.
Yeah.
You need to go out and figure stuff out.
It was cute.
All right.
And if you don't learn the lesson, you for sure gonna learn it one way or another.
Yeah, the lessons are there to be learned. So it sounds like, some things are different than when your parents were teenagers. Some things are probably the same, but some things are different. So it seems like what I've heard pretty universally is it's really frustrating when your parent says, I know what you're going through. I've been there.
I feel like also
Doesn't feel
too,
good.
like for the younger generation, because they're growing up in a more technology
Oh yeah, more than us. I
World,
see.
yeah.
They're like glued.
I feel
little
like
sister doesn't
like
like
video games, like I know
Video.
that like video games at like say middle school or even a little bit elementary school, like it takes their time up and their parents are like, go outside and play. Well, what they don't understand is today's world is so different. Like we can all be walking down the street and some creepy person in a van could walk by and like take us in.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what they don't understand. It's today's world is just not safe to
Yeah.
do some of
Especially
these
for colored
things.
people.
I mean, I'd always play outside when I was little, but like now, my little brother, when he plays outside, I just get worried because like people, like our neighbors, are outside like swaying in cars. I'm like, wow, you cannot play outside. Like they're doing donuts. Like I don't want them to go outside at all. I don't know. So yeah, it's very different. I feel like parents need to take that into consideration of who they're telling to go outside, go do this. Like
Yeah. Well, you guys have shared a lot of really amazing thoughts today for parents, and I really, really appreciate it. I realized we did not introduce ourselves in the beginning, so how about we outroduce
I
ourselves?
introduced myself.
Okay, Chris
But
and I
again-
did, but
But again, one more time, my name is Geoff.
okay, thank you, Chris. All right,
Thank you, Chris.
and-
I'm Alexandra.
yes.
Bye guys, I'm Amanda.
I'm Susanna.
I'm Alex.
And again, I'm Amy Spector. Thank you for watching another episode of Psychology Club Podcast.
Name Jeff.
And don't forget to like and subscribe, please. Thank you.